It's your boy Salim from Notorious S back with another video. Baby. Let's talk about it. You read the title, right? Why you should declare war on being fat and overweight, and how we're going to talk about the body positivity movement. Now, this is nothing new. You must have seen this being covered a lot of times before, right? People have been calling this movement out as being some BS for a long time. This is just my take on it. Maybe I can spin it in a way to make you see it correctly, give you my take, and maybe perhaps sway you and just give you more information about it and make you see it. You know what I'm saying? So without further ado, if you hadn't noticed, right, it's not for men. My target audience is young men 15 to 25 and above, and whomever can get any wisdom from what I'm talking about. The movement is not catered towards men, it's catered towards women. The campaigns and ads was created for and catered towards women. That's for one. In-store mannequins and plus-size models are what? They're women. The people requesting more representation of body positivity, women as well. Let's not pretend like it's for men. It's for women. And the irony is, no matter how much of an inadequacy being out of shape and obese for women is, there's always somebody that's going to be able and willing to take them in regardless of said inadequacy, no matter how big it is of an inadequacy. The same cannot be said for men. Yes, you're going to see some body positivity representation for men, even though it's really little to nothing, because they want to keep the appearance that the movement goes both ways when it really doesn't. And you got to see it like this. Ask yourself this question. Think like a smart, decent person, like somebody that actually takes time to reflect on these things, right? Am I more likely to be liked by people, respected by people, or be more physically and sexually appealing to the opposite sex, and have an easier day-to-day life if I'm fit or fat? And there you go, you got your answer. It'll always be by being fit. And don't let people convince you otherwise. The irony is, even like fatter girls, obese and overweight girls, are going to be more picky when it comes to choosing their opposite, their significant other in terms of their physique. Even fat girls tend to like more muscular, skinny guys, but the latter is acceptable. So it's another double standard. But you got to understand that that's another reason why it actually is not true, the whole body positivity movement, because it only goes one way, not the other. It's one-way protection of the sex when it comes to being overweight. Don't let the girls that are pretending covertly to like fatsos and try to encourage guys to be fat and to let loose, because that's not true. The only reason why they do that is for two reasons: for self-preservation and out of laziness. Because if they can't handle the fact they can't handle the be with a fit man, because it automatically puts a burden of performance on them to be fit as well and to emulate whatever you are doing as a partner. And it's too much work for them on a day-to-day basis. It's too much stress, too many expectations, and they won't have that. That's for one. For two, it creates competition anxiety. They don't want to have to compete for you, because a more physically attractive man is going to garner the attention of other women, right? And they don't want to have to compete for their man, so they would rather settle down with a fat man that other girls are not necessarily going to want. That's why they say that they like fat boys or fatsos. Now, it's really because it's attractive, but nobody likes a lazy man. And being overweight and fat breeds laziness. Literally, it speaks for itself. And I never lied about that. You know what I'm saying? And I say that because it's time to really break that lie that's been told. Like, I live in Canada, and it's crazy to see like there's more and more overweight people. Like, I'll talk about women like putting high-waisted jeans and try to freaking hide their belly that's hanging over the rest, like the belly's hanging over their stomach. Or you know what the hell I'm trying to say, right? It's hanging over. If you go to freaking dating sites, are talking about, if you don't like chubby girls, swipe left. If you don't like big girls, plus size girls, and all these different adjectives to avoid and to walk around the fact that they're fat, and they're trying to essentially make it your fault that you don't like them. Look, it's your fault that you don't like me because I'm fat. That's the symptom of a larger problem. The larger problem is this whole movement essentially is another way to deflect and to refuse to take accountability for your actions. So, hey, big corporations, hey, Nike, hey, Victoria's Secret, and all these companies that have to invent to come up with overweight and oversized mannequins to put into the stores to make it more relatable for girls, because girls are bigger than what the models are portrayed. right? Not because girls are like that, because girls used to be skinnier before, but now they're fatter because they don't want to take accountability to eat correctly and to exercise, right? So you guys got to change the whole basis of what you've always stood for, which is putting women that look healthy on the front, and get fat girls, because it's best you change your whole narrative than I have to look inward and make the necessary changes to be the best I could be. It's a lack of accountability that's plaguing our society. That's why you should avoid that movement, not only for the detrimental downside of not being in shape and eating incorrectly and not exercising, but because the mentality that it breeds and that they're promoting is weakness. It's weak-minded. And it's putting the fault onto other people. That's the same reason why some people don't like, a lot of people don't like organized religion. Yes, there's a lot of other reason, and there's a lot of things that are incorrect. But the reason why, and one of the main reasons, is because organized religion and religion in general tends to hold people accountable, tends to hold a mirror to people, and they tend to see their inadequacies. And they don't like that. That's why it's easier to believe in spirituality, because it gives you the satisfaction of thinking about thinking and believing in a higher power without the accountability that comes with religion. And I encourage you to have retrospection about that, because this is something that's going to get worse and worse as people go on. And it shows in a lot of different situations when people talk about SA, right? People engaging in, having fun with other people that they're not supposed to have fun with, because they might be engaged in a relationship, and they refuse accountability so much that they're going to go ahead and point the finger at said person that they had fun with and say they're abused. And I try to steer away from these subjects as, the platform and everything, but it's a huge problem. And it starts with how you deal with your self-image, with how you treat yourself. Take accountability for the fact that you're overweight. And you also take accountability for the fact that you get out of that rut, that situation, that you look good, and you'll be the only person responsible for that change. I've done that change. I've been overweight and I'm in shape right now. And you could do the same. But it starts with accountability. Nothing good's going to come out if you don't take accountability for your actions, for where you are, and for where you will potentially be in the next 2, 3, 4, 5 months if you do what you're supposed to do. Overall, it is not catered for you. You will not be accepted as women are accepted, or as the opposite sex is accepted, for doing the same behavior, because we're tested on 2 different playing fields. We play based on 2 different sets of rules. And 3, because it breeds a different mindset. It encourages, it incentivizes, it promotes a mindset that is based on weakness that you should not embrace. You should put your body to the test every single day. You heard me? And that's all I got to say. If you like the content, subscribe, share, and like. You know why? Because it's free. And I'm going to see you next time. Peace.